Alright guys, Eric and Jimmy here at 4 Up Gaming. Changing up on you guys a little bit. We're doing it over at my place instead of over at Tom's. So we're going to do a game here with the Ogres and the Brotherhood. So 2,000 points. I don't know, I think it's been a pretty fun game. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. We've both got pretty new lists. Me and him have been experimenting. We've been playing a lot of games just off camera. And I've gone through, like 10 lists, probably?
Yeah, easily.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be different for you guys. Terrain's set up a little bit more different. We've been randomizing terrain since last time me and him played and recorded it. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be good. Pretty much what we did is we divided the board up into 6 quadrants, and we put a numbered die on each quadrant, and then we divide up the pieces of terrain into 6 different pieces, and then we randomly roll 2 dice and see where it goes. So it seems to work pretty well. It's pretty balanced, I think. So terrain is not necessarily a huge factor, although I mean it still is a factor, obviously. But
it is, but it's a little.
It makes it a little more fair.
It's different. Yeah. You know, when you do it this way too, you know, picking sides and stuff definitely comes into play more. So, you know, I like it more. You'll see that me and him naturally just like stay on the board edge that we are on because we're lazy. And I don't really want to move my army over there, and he doesn't want to move his army over there. So
a lot of times that happens.
So it's totally random. We've already done deployment. We've already picked the scenario. We got Dominate, which is at the end of the game, every unit within 12 inches of the center mark of the board claims the points.
Yep.
It's the same thing as kill scenario. It's 200 points difference in a 2,000 point game.
Yep.
And
it's gonna be fun. I have top of turn, so that's gonna help me.
Of course. I think he's got top of turn in the last like 15 games we've played. So
it's gonna be interesting. We'll go ahead.
But you always get first deployment too.
Yeah, I always have to play first.
Really weird.
He always rolls really high on deployment, and then I roll pretty high on turn, so I'll take that. So we'll go ahead and get started with the game.
Yep, we'll show you guys armies so you can know what's different, and then we'll go ahead and show you the board setup, and then we'll start. Okay, right. So this is the board. This is how we set up. This is the center marker. You have to be within 12 inches at the end of the game to claim points. And this is 2,000 points of Ogres. So over here we have Goblin Cav Regiment, yes. And then we have 1, 2, 3 hordes of Ogre Warriors. They're the 200 point Ogre Warriors with Brew of Strength and Blessing of Gods. Right here we have 2 Army Standards. We have another unit of Goblin Cav with Potion of the Caterpillar in regiment size. And then we have 1 Goblin Blaster. We have not Hunters, but we have Goblin Blaster there as well.
Okay.
We have another unit of Ogre Warriors right here with Dwarven Ale. We have Shooters with Keen Eye. And then we have Boomers with Heart Seeking.
Okay.
And that's 2,000 points of Ogres.
Looks pretty good. Looks like you hugged your right flank a little bit, obviously, because I hugged my left flank.
Well, yeah.
You know, I figure one of the strengths of my army is definitely trying to flank somebody, so, or at least outflank somebody, I guess. I don't know. So we'll go ahead and show the Brotherhood deployment.
Okay.
All right. So we have 2,000 points of Brotherhood. So up front here we have Villain Reconnoiters, a little troop choice. With we have Warbow of Kaba with them. I have 2 Forsaken Hordes with no special war gear. I have a unit of Initiates up front and another unit of Initiates up front. They're both regiment sizes, no war gear. Behind them I have the Abyssal Hunt with Brew of Strength. I have the Order of Redemption with Caterpillar. That's what it is. So they have Pathfinder. Over here I have a unit of Initiates, just regular Initiates. Next to them I have a Brotherhood regiment with what I give them, Diadem of Dragonkind. And then over on my far right flank I have another unit of troop of Reconnoiters with Kevinar's Flying Hammer. So I hugged obviously that one side, so I have top turn, so we'll see what happens.
And that's what the board looks like.
So pretty much all I did my turn is I moved up a little bit, trying to still mask some of my tactics, but I think Jimmy knows what I'm going to be doing. So I only did like 1 wound, I think, on your Goblin Cav with
the Warbow of Kava. 6
Roll
and a 6.
Yeah,
2
6 and a
sixes.
6. So I gotta love that. Hopefully that continues on with the game. Move the Forsaken up behind the Reconnoiters. This is a learning thing, so for any of you guys out there that are trying to learn Cav, remember that when you line your crap up, that you line your crap up outside of terrain. I lined this unit up and they were about 2 millimeters behind, behind this blocking terrain. So I actually had to pivot them, however slightly, so I couldn't move them their full distance. I had to actually pivot them and only move them 8, so because they're not nimble. So that kind of sucks, but just remember that when you're playing Cav, or any unit really, is that you always want to make sure you plan your shit out. I didn't plan it out well enough.
Right, you want to make sure that you have a clear line
Exactly.
to move up quickly. Unless your plan is to hide something behind
True.
a
True.
rock, which generally I don't think that's a good idea.
Not with Cav. So
Cav without nimble? No. Generally not good.
Obviously, I'm pushing this flank, trying to get up there, trying to put some pressure on him early. Over here, I dropped my Brotherhood back because that's bad. He's got a unit of shooters behind there with Brew of Kenai. And I mean that's a money unit. I mean that they're gonna do what they do and they do it well, and I hate them. So gonna go ahead and rush them with these guys. We'll see what happens. I'm very worried about this side because I put some throwaway units over here, and he has just enough over here to dominate on a side of the board. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, like I said, I can do some trickery maybe and at least get my Brotherhood over here. So drop the Brotherhood back so they're out of range. So we'll see what happens. We'll go to Ogres turn 1. And just so you guys know, we're not showing the turn this time because I'm a dumbass and I forgot my battery pack.
Hey, don't cuss.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not supposed. That's right. That's right.
We're not allowed to cuss on our channel.
We're immature. That's right. We're immature if we cuss. So I forgot my battery pack like an idiot. Is that better? Over at Tom's. So
I would just say dumbass.
Unfortunately, we only have 1 battery pack. So to film it in order to get it up within the next couple of weeks, we have to do it like this. So sorry guys. Next time we see a bat rep, it will be a full bat rep. This is kind of like an annotated bat rep, I guess. Best way to put it. So we'll go to Ogres turn 1. All right, Ogres turn 1.
1.
You killed some stuff, man.
I killed a couple things. I did a little bit of movement. Move these guys back a little bit. Move these guys up. Brought the army standard for support. I charged a unit of his reconnoiters with my Goblin Cav.
Mm-hmm.
They actually did pretty good.
Yeah,
better than
my shooters. Yeah, they did better than your shooters.
Yeah, they did way good.
Which is crazy.
So I routed them, and then now we're just staring down the barrel of 2 Forsaken units.
Yep.
With the Goblin Cav regiment.
Yep.
Regiment.
Yep.
I moved these 2 blasters up.
Mm-hmm.
Angled this one so I'd come in anyway, and then I put this one back behind. Moved up, just shifted these Goblin Cav back, so they're with, outside of 6 inches in case the worst possible thing happens.
Right.
He had a group of initiates right here. Moved my boomers into the woods. Shot him with some shotguns. Shot him also with the shooters with Kenai. Killed him, luckily, by 1 point, like right on the money. So, good thing he didn't have inspiring. Also moved this unit of warriors back. And that was it. And this is how the board looks. Shit is about to fucking go down over here. Like in a very bad way.
Yeah.
So
this side over here, I think I was kind of happy you put the shooters over here in a way. Yes, they have 36-inch range, so yeah, obviously you can target stuff on their side of the board pretty soon. But with the boomers over there, I was happy with that too, because I only had 265 points on this side, besides the Brotherhood. The initiates are 165, and the reconnoiters are 100. So I was happy that you put 240. There's like 700 points on this board.
Yeah.
It's good for me. It works for me a little bit.
It was good for you, but it's also good for me, too, when you think about it, because you didn't stack anymore over here to take this side. So hopefully, I should have enough to take this side, contest it, try and pick some stuff off over here, and also be sitting on 700 points, hopefully by the end of the game, to get into that 12-inch bubble.
Definitely.
I knew this side was a lost cause. I could have double stacked my units, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're losing a ton of effectiveness, obviously, because I've got boomers and I've got shooters.
Yeah, definitely.
And who's to say you're not just going to crush that side anyway?
Oh,
With your speed, even if I stack everything in there.
Who knows?
Plus, I've got to look at my blasters too.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to kind of line shit out a little bit differently. Otherwise, my blasters are going to be useless. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was just happy.
It's one of those things that goes. It's good for both of us.
Right.
I feel like so.
Right, and I was just happy that, like I said, I was just happy that you put those shooters and your boomers over here. That's what I was worried about the most. So.
Well, the other scenario is I do put the shooters over here.
Mm-hmm.
You bum rush them in 2 turns.
Definitely, I would because I hate shooters.
Right.
I think they're a bullshit unit, but they're awesome. I mean, they're a good unit.
Worked out good for me. I could have stacked my warriors in there. You bum rush the shooters and then counter, but.
So yeah,
we'll see. I think they'll be more effective this way.
Pretty good turn for you.
Move up, turn, and as we're trying to come into that 12-inch bubble, maybe pick some stuff off.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I do enough wounds. Maybe don't charge them.
Who knows?
Who knows what's going to happen?
Who knows?
Once shit starts dying, everything changes. So.
Everything changes once you get punched in the face.
Mm-hmm. Or kicked in the ribs.
Yeah, you gotta like Mike Tyson. All right, man. We'll go ahead and get going on to Brotherhood turn 2.
Committed more to killing him too.
So Brotherhood turn 2. Mm-hmm. I had to do
Lots of shit went down.
I had to charge your boomers.
Blasters.
Or blasters. What the fuck they are. Yeah, blasters. I had to charge them with my initiates. It sucks because you can literally take out my initiates with 1 blast. And you almost did. You almost took out 1 unit. You put 10 wounds on them.
10 wounds on this and 6 on that. So
luckily, I had my inspiring unit behind them. So it gave that a reroll. Yeah. Thank God. Because the first roll you rolled like a 10 or something. I mean, you rolled pretty high the first time.
I did.
The second time, though, right at a waiver, I'll take a waiver. I will totally take a waiver.
Yeah, I would too. I was really hoping this unit would die so I could...
Yeah, exactly. Shoot at my redemption.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So them wavering sucked. I definitely thought it was going to be enough to kill him, and it was not.
Yep, I agree.
But at the same time, they're wavered. 65-point unit. Put 10 wounds on something and wavered it, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
I really can't. I want to, but I can't.
The other unit of initiates took 6 wounds.
6, that's not bad either.
Not bad.
Take that.
Not bad. And I'll take that too.
Yeah.
Not even wavered, so next turn, if they're still alive, they can charge in.
No, they're not going to be alive.
I figure something's going to kill them, so that's fine.
I'm not going to let them live.
Yeah, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean, this is just turning out to be a good game of beating them up.
I know, that's what I like.
My reconnoiters over here
did 2 wounds.
So
he rolled 4 dice and did not break them. So
yeah, exactly. On even 4 dice for a nerve, I still couldn't break them. So I needed 5s to hit, and no thunderous charge because they charged into a forest, and obviously -1 to hit for charging into a forest as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got 2.
Yeah, I'm surprised I got 2. I only have 7 attacks, so I'll take 2.
I mean, it's the most inexpensive chaff unit he can run. It's 100 points.
Yep. Anytime a chaff unit
out thunderous charge.
Yeah. Anytime
and 5s to hit.
Anytime a chaff unit can put points on put damage on a unit, I'm happy with.
That worked out good.
Yeah.
I mean, the worst case scenario would have been he would have killed me, and I would have been pissed.
That'd have been awesome. But you know what? That would have been the way our last game went. It was so weird.
I wish we would have recorded that.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. We had 5 insane courage rolls.
Yeah.
I had a unit of boomers running around with like 28 wounds.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
And then they wavered his unit, and then his unit dropped the objective back behind a freaking hill. Oh.
Yeah. So, yeah. Pretty much we're clearing out each other's chaff at this point, and we're getting down to the core of both our armies.
Uh-huh. We're going to get into the potatoes.
Yep. So, let's go ahead and go to Ogres turn 2? No.
3.
Turn 3.
That's turn 3?
Yeah, because this is bottom of turn.
No,
I'm top of turn.
So this
is turn 2. Ogres turn 2.
Ogres turn 2.
Wow. All right, let's go to that. All right. Killed some more of my chaff.
I did. The only one that was really of note is I almost wavered his Forsaken Horde.
No, you did.
Goblin Cav.
You did waver him.
So I did waver him, but then he headstrong.
Yeah.
And passed it.
Yeah.
But it was pretty double 6s.
Oh, man, I was getting worried. And we had a cocked dice over here, so you rolled a 6 and from my angle,
whatever.
It was perfectly cocked to where you couldn't figure out what it was.
Center.
But what was pointing right at me was a 1. That was the one side that was pointing right at me, so I was like, damn it. So then when you rolled again, of course, it came up another 6. So I was like, what the hell?
6, yeah.
So luckily, I have Headstrong. I was able to make my roll, thank God, because the last game was not able to do it at all. So I'm happy with that. You got rid of some chaff over there with the Reconnoiters. You got a 5 on Consolidation.
Mm-hmm.
So you moved out of the forest. That's pretty good. You killed my Initiates that were hurt over here and shot the Initiates that were hurt over here.
With the shooters.
Mm-hmm. So getting rid of my chaff. Cleaning up your board.
Chaff's gone, and
this is looking bad for me, actually, if you think about it, because I've only been able to kill your Orc Blasters so far. I haven't killed anything else. So right now you're at about, what, 1,800 points on the board still? I'm
like 17.
I'm at about 1,500 points on the board. So it's hurting a little bit. Actually, yeah.
But whatever you charge this turn is pretty much dead. So
it depends on what I do. Depends on how I play this. You know, I still have to play somewhat conservatively because the objective is still there in the middle. Mm-hmm. And I've got range and you don't, so you still have to come to me. So we'll see what happens. All right, we'll go to... is this turn 3? Oh my God. We'll go to We'll go to Brotherhood turn 3.
Dude, those units are gross. That unit's gross. That unit's still alive. It's gonna die, but...
So, yeah. What turn are we on now? This is middle of... Pretty
top
much...
of 3, is it?
That was top of 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So, for the Brotherhood, turn went decent for me, I guess. I wavered your goblins.
I can't believe you didn't kill them.
18 attacks. I did only 5 wounds.
I'm down with that.
Sad.
That's
but
fine.
You figure...
I did take away your Thunderous, though.
Right, but
so that made a big difference.
Needing 3s to hit, so it's above 50%. So I should have hit with... Which I did. I hit with a good amount, actually. I hit with like 12, I think. Mm-hmm. And then out of 12, figuring half, so around 6, I hit 5. So it was a little bit lower than half, but I'll take it. A waiver's fine. Yeah. I'll take a waiver. Position my other Forsaken to possibly get a flank on a unit that's not there anymore. My Abyssal Hunt ran through your warriors. I did 10 wounds?
10 wounds, and then he rolled high. I had the Inspiring, but he rolled high 2 times, so they're dead.
They're gone. Got to reposition there.
Totally, he just side-shifted in the forest with those guys.
Yep.
These guys do have the Caterpillar.
Yep.
So...
And then over here we have my unit that had to book it just so that the forest could cover them from the shooters, because that's where I am afraid of shooters. So I don't know if you'd have range on them anyway. You might, but I don't think it matters.
No, I don't.
So
it wouldn't, because let's see, 36. Yeah, I'm not even close. So
out of range, sweet.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
if you were in the open.
Turn 3, battlefield's looking a little bit different. I finally am starting to try and chip away at your side over here. So you still have a good amount of units over here that I'm worried about. I gotta get rid of this Cav. Luckily they can attack back this turn, so we'll see what happens.
No, they're wavered, so they can't go anywhere.
Start of turn 3 for the Ogres. Alright, end of Ogres turn 3. You killed something again. Obliterated it.
Yeah, it was overkill.
Yeah,
I think I put like, what, 20 wounds on it?
Yeah, 20 wounds. Double charged with 2 units of warriors. You missed 1 attack with 1 unit.
I missed 1 attack with this guy.
So 17 hits with 1. That was pretty good.
That was incredible.
I was expecting that unit to die anyway, but I was not expecting it to die by 20. That was bad. So that unit got its shit rocked. You did 2 wounds on my redemption by shooting.
I did 2, from the Ogre shooters. Moved the boomers flat out. Moved these guys up. Moved my Cav up right here. Just try and get out of the
charge arc.
Sight.
Got it.
Brotherhood turn 4.
Let's see what happens. Okay, turn 4 for me. For the Brotherhood.
Yep. Not a bad turn.
Not bad turn.
Not an amazing turn.
No. But it's what I needed.
Yep.
So flew over with the Forsaken.
He did some shit that I was hoping he wasn't going to do.
You were expecting me. My Forsaken was like right here. You were expecting me to move it over here behind your. I'm guessing behind your Ogres.
But I should know better, because anytime you have anything fast, you never fall into a trap.
Yep.
You never just go for it and then. Yeah, I don't know.
So I moved my Forsaken over there. I'm trying to threaten his shooters eventually. They're so annoying. I hate your shooters.
It's going to take 2 turns, at least.
This Forsaken here got rid of the goblins. So now I can threaten these 2 units, possibly. Seeing what you're going to do. Maybe you might give me some opportunities here. I don't know. We'll see. This cav, I turned my Brotherhood and did a Dragon Breath and did 1 wound. Just amazing.
1 wound, almost.
Yeah, I rolled a 10
1 point off,
on the nerve, so 11 on the nerve.
14.
Oh, that would have been amazing if I'd have wavered them. Bad for you, awesome for me. These guys have regen because they're the redemption unit. I rolled my 2, did not get either regen back, which is awesome. So they're going to take at
I just
least.
checked to make sure they are 12, 14.
Are they?
Because yeah, they are.
Okay.
It's a new unit, but
So the redemption guys are going to have to weather a nice little storm. They're going to get double shot. So it's going to hurt for them. We'll see what happens.
Not going to feel good.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens there. Still feeling pretty good, though, about what I've got going on here. I've got enough moving on the board still. Just got to keep you away from the objective pretty much at this point.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. Let's go to...
Pick off some units and keep me away.
Yep, let's go to Ogres turn 4. Right?
4, yeah.
Ogres turn 4. This was a pivotal turn for you.
It was. It went all right.
Not too bad. Not too bad. Tell me what happened. And I know what happened. Tell everybody in YouTube land what happened.
Well, basically what happened was good for Eric, not so bad for me. Yeah, pretty much. I shot at the... What are they?
Redemption.
The Redemption with the shooters and the boomers. Got him up to 13. Rolled really low. Got a waiver. At least he got a waiver. He failed to make his head strong. Thank God. I pretty much just positioned these guys up. Moved them up. Tried to block his movement. So at least he can't fly right next to me or behind me and then turn. He can still come over here or charge. I'm assuming he's not going to charge. So I'm assuming he's going to come over here. Attacked them, did 4 points of damage for a goblin unit. Not bad. They're probably going to die this turn. That's it. Oh, and then I repositioned this guy. Got him out of the line of sight of this Forsaken unit right here. Not anymore.
I was about to say, moving terrain, huh? So much for the blocking terrain. Yeah.
That's it. Both our forces are getting smaller, so turns are pretty clear cut.
Yeah, it's making it interesting for sure. All right, we'll go to Brotherhood turn 5. Oh, yeah. All right, end of Brotherhood turn 5. Damn.
Did not go as bad for me as I thought it was going to.
Oh, my God, went horrible. Horrible for me. Try to take out your unit of Cav. It's Goblin Cav.
Yeah.
With my Brotherhood. Your first turn was you hitting me, actually. Because I shot at you, did 1 wound.
Breath attack.
Yeah, so I wouldn't really call that a turn. Because, two charges against, they'd be dead. So, yeah, that sucks, man. Put, 6 wounds on him?
6, yeah. Rolled 4.
Sucks. I rolled a freaking 4 on the nerve. Sucks. Moved my Forsaken over here. So move the other Forsaken way over there to threaten your not Brotherhood, to threaten your boomers or shooters. That's right.
Shooters.
Brought back, 7? 7.
7. Yeah.
7. Brought back 7 wounds. I'll take that.
I'll
take that.
Ridiculous.
I
don't even know what to do now. Now that you regenerated so much, I don't know if I should just take the flank to make sure I can shoot him one more turn or what.
I don't know.
They've got to fucking die. I cannot leave that unit that's worth that many points.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah.
Shooters aren't really going to make it anyway. Forsaken are going to chase them down. So I think I'm just going to dual shoot them again. Let you get the flank.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a way to do it.
I mean, I don't know what else to do. If that unit does not die, that is going to fuck up everything.
Oh, yeah.
You're totally going to win.
I'll probably have a win. Yeah.
You'll definitely have a win.
Right
so
now,
it has to die.
Right now, I'm thinking it's going to be a draw. I hate to say it, but I think it's going to be a draw.
If I can kill that unit, it's going to be a draw.
Yeah.
If I can't kill that unit,
it'll probably be a win. Yeah. So we will.
I'm going to dual shoot it. I think
we will go ahead and go to turn 5 for you for the Ogres.
Yep.
All right, bottom of 5. You killed another unit of Redemption.
I did.
Or I guess another unit, which was the Redemption unit.
Put a shit ton of wounds on them.
Yeah.
That actually was kind of overkill, probably.
Probably
could have moved my boomers out. Just to reposition. Almost killed them.
Almost.
They're 15, 17. I had a 16. Oh my god. It was pretty tight.
Thank God Goblin Cav don't get brutal, huh?
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, no shit.
So they're going to go back an inch and die.
Then I position these guys, moved. I'm just getting ready to move in. This is the last turn coming up, so I'm just getting ready to get into the 12-inch bubble to last turn. So I'm just trying to position to get points for the end of the game, and that's it.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and get going with the last of this turn.
Turn 6.
All right, let's do it. So end of turn 6 for the Brotherhood. Oh man, I was able to kill the goblins. I killed the shooters over there with the Forsaken. Oh man, this is rough. So I'm within 12 inches. He has a unit within 12 inches. We both right now are sitting at pretty much a draw. This unit is still out. If he shoots and kills my Forsaken, then it may be a victory in his chance by 1 unit. Which, you know what, that's fine. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units on the board. I've got 3 units on the board. So yeah, it's definitely going to hurt either way, but we'll see where it goes. As of right now, though, it's a tie. It's a draw. Let's see if it goes. Let's see if he can take out the Forsaken, and if he can, then it'll be a win unless it goes to turn 7. So it's going to pretty much come down to a couple of dice rolls here. I think it's been a good game up to this point. Can't ask for anything more. So let's go ahead and see what happens. So turn 6 went pretty good for you. You wavered my unit. I guess you could have killed him and easily had the victory.
Yeah, I did.
So.
They're up to 10, so
good.
I guess just
do you want to roll?
Consistently, I have been doing really low nerve checks the whole game. So,
but you have been rolling pretty good. Everything else,
yeah,
though.
to hit and to wound, been good. But nerve checks,
but your nerve checks have been ass. And I've been doing the exact opposite. I've been rolling really good on everything else, but nerves.
Checks, yeah.
So we flipped.
Yeah.
So just 1 dice.
You call it?
Well, it's what do you mean?
1 through 3.
1 through 3 stops.
Okay.
It automatically. I don't have to call it. It does. And of course, it goes to turn 7.
We knew it was going to.
Yeah, we did. We knew it was going to. All right. Well, let's go ahead and go to turn 7. Wow. That was a good game. That was a good game.
Good game. Went to turn 7.
We went ahead and called it at turn 7, or I called it at turn 7 because there's no feasible way I was going to win. He was going to have about 800 points in the table center, and I was going to have about nothing. So, awesome job, man. Played a good game. Not to take anything away from your performance, but this was the first time I'd ever played this exact list. So, I mean, I think I definitely learned something. Was each one of the units learned their limitations, learned what they can and cannot do. But ultimately, though, I think my tactics were good. I hate to blame the dice, but I think my dice kind of sucked. But deployment, I think, went well. I think even my strategy was well. You had a lot on the same side of the board that I did, and I think everything was good except for, obviously, at the end it just didn't work out. I think I made some bad moves with chasing your shooters, although I had to get them. Made some bad moves with facing a certain direction. I should have kept facing you and your unit. But sorry about that. My camera ended up dying on us. So we'll go ahead and finish the recap on my computer. So I think I was in the middle of saying before it cut off, I hate to blame the dice, but I mean, I had some bad rolls when I needed some good ones. Yeah, I think mostly what cost me the game, though, I had a couple bad plays, but really, I mean, it came down to just a couple key things that you just got to play out. That's why we play the game.
It did. Definitely holding back for you. It's kind of weird because, like, being aggressive kind of hurt you, but, like, being a little bit passive kind of hurt you, too, because you had limited turns, and that's ultimately what led to you having to book it over. At the end, but I think it was still pretty close. It's still really close.
Well, and that's the thing. I think aggression or not, being aggressive, being conservative, whatever, it doesn't matter in this kind of game.
I honestly think that the main thing that hurt you is deployment. And not deployment overall, but you putting that unit in a spot where he had to turn, take half his movement, and then... Yeah. I think that really hurt you because your whole line needs to move forward.
Right, and that comes down to the fact that...
and that allowed me to backpedal, blasters up, get a whole nother turn of shooting in with my shooters.
Right, but you have 13 units, so you're going to win on deployment against me because I have 10.
Yeah.
So you deploying those shooters over on that side, if I would have kept them going straight, that kind of shuts them down. You know what I mean? You just shut down that whole side. You still would have shut down
that
whole
side, yeah.
So it's a matter of, I deployed them over there because I was trying to pull you a little bit to that side.
Okay.
And you did. I mean, you put 3 units over there. They were
But luckily
decently
it was
strong.
shooting units.
2 of them. One of them was a Warriors. So I wanted you to do that. I wanted to pull you. So, but there again, I mean, when it comes to deployment, I can't, I'm not a psychic, so I don't know what you're going to put on the other side of the board. I can only put down what I can put down. You have 13 units. You're going to be able to, at least with a couple of them, hold them until I'm done. You're going to see my whole line, and you're going to be able to deploy it accordingly. Mm-hmm. So there's nothing I can do.
That's why I played the blasters too. No, I'm just saying the only thing that I saw that was a problem on deployment is the unit that had to.
They can't see your hand.
The pivot.
So.
Oh yeah, the unit that had to pivot.
That was horrible. Yeah,
that's
that
what
was
I'm
bad.
saying. That on deployment to me was the only thing you actually messed up on.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about on the other side of the board, placing the Brotherhood over.
No, that was fine.
And that was dumb. That was stupid mistake on my.
I'm sitting here like, what is he talking?
Oh, and I thought you were talking about the Brotherhood that I put over there. I was like, that was a good play. So that was bad.
This unit over here that had
placing the initiates,
pivot around the rock.
Right.
And that gave me enough turn time to bring my blaster forward.
Yes.
And then backpedal with everything.
I mean, I think you still would have had time to do that anyway, just because even if I'd have gone 16, I think you still would have had a turn.
I might have, yeah.
Yeah, you still would have had a turn. With that game, I mean, with that side, the way it went,
it's really not like a big mess up.
Oh no! Well, and the thing is, this list that I'm running, it's the first time I've ever played this list. It's only the 3rd time I've ever played this army. So, I look at it that way. How many times have you played the Ogres?
I've played the Ogres a lot. This is a brand new list, though.
Right.
I've never ran this list before.
But how similar is it to your old list?
Not really.
Is there any unit?
Boomer units, no cav, and
in your old
list? Shooter units, yeah.
In your old list, no. I think you had almost every unit that you have on the board now, just different sizes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't have any boomers.
In some
and I had
some way
siege
or another.
breakers, and I had warriors, and
maybe the last time you played on a bat rep.
Yeah.
But the last time we played a game is what I'm talking about.
That was 5 hordes of warriors, 2 blasters,
right?
No shooters, no cav,
right? So what I'm trying,
it's a pretty vastly different list.
But what I'm trying to say is,
cycled through a lot.
Yeah, and how many units on this board are new to you?
For you or me?
For you,
none.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. That's what I was trying to get at. How many units are new?
No, I agree.
You've played probably about 20 or
make that point too.
20 or 30 games with the Ogres, I'd say. What, 30? Does that sound good?
I think maybe more.
Maybe more. I've literally played 3 games with the Brotherhood. So finding those, like making that mistake with not moving it, or with not putting my unit right where it needed to be, it is what it is.
I'll learn as I play more of them. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I'll be getting ass punched here soon.
Yeah, so I mean, great job for you. Felt your tactics were good. At first, though, I was a little worried on just your timing because, like,
what do you mean?
On the one side of the board, you kept backpedaling, and that was good for me because I was like, "Fuck yes, I'll be able to do this, do that." And then, unfortunately, though, not being able to take out your Goblin Cav in one turn both times that hurt me. That slowed me down.
That was really
something
nice.
so
I
minuscule.
Did not expect that.
Yeah, something so minuscule set me back 2 turns.
I think they went from like 9-11 break to 12-14. And that was huge.
It's weird, but
it shouldn't have affected anything.
You took the charge away from me. You took the charge away from me, which was good. Good for you.
Yeah.
But then playing the range game with you, you ended up hitting my unit. Took the charge. You took the Thunder's charge away from me, which then made me had to hit you. And for some reason, I mean, like I said, I rolled like butt too.
Yeah.
I mean, I hit with like 3 or 4, and then I rolled like not enough. I wavered you when I should have ran through you. That would have sped up that turn.
Tell is like there were so many units I should have killed with you two, and I just rolled super low nerve. So does it even out?
No, I don't think so.
No.
You shot at really all told. You shot at 1 unit 2 times, 2 or 3 times.
No.
You shot the redemption a couple times. Obviously the shooters. I mean, you took out the initiates. You took out the reconnoiters right away. Mm-hmm. So those weren't a problem. Other than that,
with the blaster too.
yeah, blaster.
So I would have got
has
one more turn shooting at your not Abyssal Hunt. What are they called?
Redemption.
Redemption. Yeah.
But there again, what I'm saying though is I'm not talking about what could have happened. I'm just saying I think what hurt me was the fact that those 2 waivers on your weaker units. Those are pretty much the weakest. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those are the weakest units in your game, in your army, pretty much.
Yeah.
And having that waiver there, and then the waiver later on with the Brotherhood hitting them, it hurt me. It hurt me bad.
Oh yeah.
If I would have been able to run through them,
especially the one at the end of the game with the Brotherhood,
that would have saved me. That would have saved me a whole turn. That's what I was trying to say. So those 2 plays I think were pivotal. If I could have run through those Goblin Cav, I would have been able to respond a little bit quicker, and it would have saved me literally 2 turns of movement with 2 units, which would have helped. So I don't foresee this Brotherhood unit to be like a tournament army. It's a fun army. It's just a downright fun army. I've always wanted to have a whole army of calves.
So what do you think you need to change to make it a tournament army?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not thinking of them in terms of tournament play. I'm just not. I like the list the way it is. I'll probably change some war gear around. I'll give the Brotherhood probably nothing, and I'll probably move the Diadem and the Dragonkind over to one of the Forsaken, so I can have a 10-inch move, 12-inch Flame Breath. It'll give me a 22-inch Flame Breath. Gives me something, so if I move with them, I can do that. Gives me another option with them. As far as everything else, though, I think it was a good list. I think it's a good list, good army. Wasn't able to see a whole lot of it, though, because just the way the game was played.
I like your list, too. Like I was saying, there hasn't been too many times where I've literally had to move my stuff and then have to look at it in, terms of, half inches, quarter inches.
Yep.
Every single move I make, so...
Yeah. So as soon as I think...
you guys didn't get the full video, but it's... we started at, 2:30? That's 7:30.
Yeah, it was a long video.
So,
it was a long game.
The moves were long.
Drawn out.
They were definitely sped up quite a bit, but there was a lot of measurements going on.
Yeah, there was a lot.
From both sides.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot.
He just has so many possibilities. It was really hard to try and even negate any of them, really. So...
Yeah. Having your shooters on that side of the board, you pretty much shut down a whole side of the board, which was good.
Yeah, I got lucky. Luckily, your unit broke right away. I was able to position my boomers in the forest, so when you charge with your scout unit, your chaff unit, there's no way they were going to kill them.
Yeah.
Unless you rolled double sixes and got super lucky, and
it was what it was.
Just, yeah.
And I didn't expect those units to do a whole lot on that side, so.
So luckily, I was able to kill the heavy hitter unit turn 1, and then your chaff unit turn 2, and then I was able to help out the other side.
Yeah, definitely.
36-inch range is pretty gross.
Yeah.
If you give them a clear avenue where the fighting's going to go down, where your armies are going to clash, and it's not bad.
And I think that's the reason why
the
Clash of Kings...
The boomers held you up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, because I don't have... literally...
You made the right decision. You charged in, but I was hoping you were going to wait one more turn.
Well, the thing is...
But you couldn't, because I had you in a spot where if you did, it's probably not a good idea.
The thing is, your army in this incarnation is pretty balanced. You have a couple units shooting, you have some chaff units, you have some... I think it's pretty balanced.
I think so.
My army's not. So it's just the way it is.
What do you mean? How's it not balanced?
I don't have... Other than Flame Breath, I don't have any shooting.
You mean shooting, okay.
So that element is gone. I do have 2 chaff units, which is nice. But mine is very aggressive, or at least it has a lot of range, so it can be aggressive. I honestly think that was the downside to the fall, and one of the reasons why I lost is that I was too aggressive. I actually think I should have fucking waited and hugged that forest a little bit more, and actually made most of your army come to me, and then that way I can outrange you. I think by feeding you half my army in the beginning of the game with the range, and then them getting charged and everything else...
actually, the combination of the blasters and stuff.
Right,
too, yeah.
Right. I think that kind of hurt me a little bit. So I think actually I should have hung back, and then because at the very least, I have enough speed, I could have just turned, boom, right into the forest if need be. But I didn't think about that. A lot of times when you have cool new toys like all this cav, you want to be aggressive and try and go and kill stuff, and sometimes you have to stop and think and go, is that really what I need to do?
Well, if your
right
cav
now?
had Pathfinder,
One unit did.
but if your whole army had Pathfinder,
oh,
tits.
Yeah, it'd be broken. It'd be a broken army.
I don't know.
So
I feel like it's kind of like the herd.
Yeah, close to the herd, I think. But I feel like there has to be some balance with them. So, yeah, it was a good game though. I mean, went all the way to turn 7. So
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was a good game. At least I got mentally challenged.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
There wasn't a clear cut winner until turn 7. Until you took out that Forsaken unit.
Yeah,
or at
I
least
couldn't tell what was.
So
I just couldn't tell what was going to happen there for a little while.
So it was a good game.
I think about turn. What did I say? Turn 2. Me and you were kind of both looking at it. And we're like, well, we know where it's going to go. What's going to happen? Just have no idea who's going to win. And it pretty much went along the same.
Oh yeah, we knew it was
path.
We knew
as I knew it was going to go.
Right.
I mean, obviously, there's still room for error. Like you could. I mean, it's
a
difference of like inches too.
Yeah, and there's dice always get in the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Other than that, though, it was a good game.
It was a good game. Yeah.
Any other things you want to mention or talk about?
Your MVP.
Probably have to say it was my Forsaken units in general.
I couldn't kill them.
Yeah, and them just flying around, being able to do what they want. The downside is that was also, I guess, the downfall in a way. Not that it would matter, because if you're 265, 800, it wouldn't have mattered. But trying to get them into the game a little bit sooner would have been nice. But I wasn't able to. So, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Probably my least valuable unit. Probably... Can I just pick the unit that I didn't like?
Yeah.
No, it's probably my initiates. They got blown up by your Orc Blaster. Other than taking out an Orc Blaster,
right.
And it got wavered, and then got shot the next turn. So
10 wounds. Yeah. That was a lucky roll on my part.
It was good. It was a good roll. So, but you rolled really well for everything except
to
nerve.
hit and to wound. Yeah. Nerve was.
I mean,
like
you had one roll where you had 18 dice and you missed 1.
2, 3, 4. I'm just like,
right.
Huh?
I'm talking about to hit.
Yeah,
you had one roll where you had literally hit with 17 out of 18. So I don't care what army you have or what army you're playing. It's hard to win against that for sure. So luckily
don't count on that either, because that does not usually happen.
No, it doesn't, and I'm sure the next time we play it won't happen. So yeah. Other than that, though, good game. So sorry that this one was a little bit shorter of a bat rep. Unfortunately, I left my other battery pack and charger over at our friend's house. So this is what you guys have to last you guys for the next week. So hopefully it's a good bat rep. And we look forward to making another one here soon. So from 4Up Gaming, have a good night.